Hello, I'm Beverley-Glock, and today I'm going to show you how to make a really easy vegetarian dinner party or just a plain old supper dish. It's called Aubergine Parmigiano. I've actually got a version of this eggplant bake which is in my book 500 Baby and Toddler Foods, but this is my husband's absolute favourite dish, and I've got some friends coming around for supper tomorrow night who are vegetarian. I'm going to do this for them and serve it with a really nice green salad and some homemade crusty bread. The ingredients we're going to need are aubergines, some mozzarella, and I use the balls of mozzarella, don't use the grated stuff, you need the fresh stuff. Some tomato passata or just chopped tomatoes, chunk of parmesan that we're going to grate, and some basil. Oh, as soon as I open this, the smell is just amazing. It takes you back. You can even believe that you're in Italy or somewhere by the Med. It's just gorgeous. So even if you do this in the middle of winter, it's fabulous. Chop the aubergine into slices round about a centimetre, maybe a centimetre and a half thick. Now this has got to be fried just to start colouring it and softening it before it's laid and it goes in the oven. Now aubergine is notorious for soaking up olive oil, so if you pour in lots of olive oil in your frying pan then put the aubergine in, it will just soak it all up. To avoid that, otherwise you're going to have a really high fat dish, I've poured some olive oil into a bowl and I'm just going to brush my pieces of aubergine with the olive oil a little bit and then pop them into the hot frying pan, and once they're face down I'll brush the other side. Now a lot of aubergine recipes actually suggest that you prepare them an hour or so before, slice them, sprinkle loads of salt in them, put a plate on top and weight them down to get rid of any bitterness, and then after the hour you wash off the salt and pat them dry and then carry on cooking them. Now I think in all the years I've been cooking, and it's quite a long time, I've only ever had one bitter aubergine, so I don't bother with that. I cheat, life's too short. So my aubergines are going to go into my hot frying pan. I'm just going to pop some olive oil on there as they go in. I just want them slightly coloured. So while they're cooking, I'm going to give them a really good sprinkle with some salt and pepper to help season them as they cook. You see, that's fabulous. That is about as dark as you want it. You just want it slightly golden, and then turn them over so the other side. They're going to cook properly in the oven. So they don't need to be cooked all the way through, just slightly browned. See, already they're starting to soften. Pop these. Put a little bit of olive oil in the bottom of my pan just to stop everything sticking. My mozzarella, I'm just going to ruffle it, and you can tear this apart. I just find it sort of easier sometimes to do it. Slice it first. And then these are straight out the pan, so they're a little warm. All you do is a layer of aubergine, and you can squidge these around to fit the shape of your dish, and you can do this in a casserole. I'm going to pop it in this just because it looks good when it comes out, and pop some tin foil on the top. Good sprinkle of pepper, a sprinkle of sea salt on there, and then we layer it. And the first thing we do is pour over some of the passata. Just spread that out so it covers all of the aubergine, and then over the top of that I'll rip up some of this mozzarella. They're really good. Some slices, you can either grate this or you can just put it on in chunks of the parmesan. Finally, some of the wonderful basil leaves. Now with basil, always tear it, don't cut it, you just carry on and pop another layer of aubergine on the top of the tomato, and just spread that out over the top of the aubergine, and then again finish off with more mozzarella more Parmesan and some more basil. Finish off by putting it to bed with really good grating of Parmesan, and then into the oven round about gas mark 3, which is 160, 170, depending if you've got a fan oven. If you've got an Aga, put it in the simmering oven of the Aga, cover it with tin foil, or if you've got a casserole, put a lid on, and leave it in there for a good 2 hours, and then check it, and it should smell amazing. The cheeses will have melted onto the top. Right, there we go, into the oven. And leave them till they're cold. And then you've got these. By the way, it's a bit cool cooking. Yeah. Cooking is all about how it tastes, how it feels, how it smells. So just give this a stir until it's all melted. Keep stirring so it doesn't catch the bottom of. If the mixture comes straight off the bowl,